let me show you. Let me show you what real self-confidence is. Let me show you what happens when you finally take that leap of faith for yourself. Yeah. Let me show you. So 2 weeks ago I posted a video about self-confidence and taking that step to go get what you want. And then I went to Florida. Ever since I started my fitness journey, I always had this goal to end up eventually opening my own gym, as most personal trainers want to do, in the state of Florida. So I figured, you know what? I'm 26. I have a lot going for me. So I took that shot while I was down there, and I got some good news today. Some pretty damn good news. Alright, some of you guys asked for a food day explaining what I eat. So here we go. Here's meal one. I got my eggs, and I will show you how I make my eggs. As you saw, I currently am eating 3 whole eggs and 5 egg whites, and I separate my egg whites. So for my first meal, I don't use the carton egg whites. I actually separate whole eggs. So what I'm gonna do now is I sprayed it with Pam. I got it in the pan, got it on decently high setting right there. I'm gonna wait for these to get nice and toasty, and I'm gonna flip them, and I'm gonna make sure my yolks are runny, because I like runny yolks. Alright, so now is usually when I look at flipping these bad boys, and what I do is I'm going to try to do this with camera in hand, so bear with me. Separate them. Separate the yolks out. Alright, let's try this. Boom. Boom. There's 2. Let's see if we can get the big boy. Alright. There we go. All right, so my lens is foggy. Let those cook on that side a little bit longer so we can get the other side of the egg white, and then I will show you guys what else I'm eating. So today is actually a low carb day for me, and I usually eat strawberries with my oats in the morning, but I don't on my low carb day. So that I just get oats, and I only get 35 grams. Get this set here. Up to, oh. I'm very anal when it comes to these things. 35 grams. And like I said, I usually eat strawberries with these, 150 grams, but since it's my low carb day, I only get the oats. So I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this and microwave it, and then I'll show you what else I have with my first meal. Alright guys, so the last thing I have is coffee. You guys saw me brewing the caramel truffle private selection, which is the coffee of choice. What do I use to put in my coffee? These bad boys. Splenda Naturals, which is actually stevia. So I used to use Splenda, and then I wanted to go the more natural route. Ended up using these. Ended up finding out, you know, it settles a lot better on my stomach. They aren't too sweet when you start using them, but you get used to them, and you know, they work well for me. So I put 2 of these in my coffee, and I actually put 1 of these in my oats, and works well for me. Anybody who is looking for some leftover Splenda, like I said, I don't use it anymore, holla at your boy and I'll give them to you. So yeah, that's oh, and for my eggs, I usually put some sea salt on top of them, and I usually use black pepper, but I ran out yesterday, so I have to go to the store today and get some black pepper for my eggs. And that's meal 1, guys. Alright guys, meal 2. So I'm actually getting ready to go train, and I'm going to have this meal right before I go. It's a shake meal, so the first thing I have in this one, 2 scoops of Redcon 1 isotope, which is a whey isolate. I also will be partaking in, actually, peanut butter. Tablespoon and a half of Smucker's All Natural. I usually put this on the scale, and I'll weigh it out. So a tablespoon and a half is 24 grams. So I'll put it on the scale and go to negative 24 grams on that one. And then the last thing I have in this meal, remember guys, this is my low carb day, is rice cakes. I have 3 of them with this meal. If this were a high carb day, I would have 4 of them. I would also like to add and thank all of the people that I train who have been bringing me food. Let's see, yesterday, Thursday, somebody brought me a big bag of Chick-fil-A cookies. They look delicious. This bag is full of candy corn and Milky Ways left over from somebody's Halloween. And then I actually, in the freezer right here, I have pumpkin muffins. Keeping them in the freezer. Hopefully they'll survive a long amount of time until I can actually partake in those. So everything looks delicious, but I can't eat it right now. So I'm holding on to it though, in hopes that one of these days I will get to eat them. But that's meal 2. I'm gonna have that now. I mixed my shake with water. For those of you wondering, obviously if you're gonna mix it with almond milk, you're gonna have a higher caloric intake with that shake. So consistency is key. I use water, and yeah, I'll have that off to the gym, and I'm training shoulders and triceps. All right, I am back from the gym and about to eat meal 3 to let you guys know what that is. Remember, low carb day. I have 200 grams of chicken breast. And how do I cook my chicken breast? I bake it at 450 degrees for 28 minutes. It seems to stay pretty tender and juicy when I do it that way. So 450 for 28 minutes. My white rice is actually jasmine rice, as I told you guys before. It seems to stay tender longer. I enjoy it. And then I'm going to be adding some MCT oil to it after I heat this bad boy up. And what MCT oil do I have right now is actually, I got it at GNC, the Now Sports brand. And what I do with this is I heat up my chicken and rice, put it on the scale, and I actually measure out my MCT oil. I get a tablespoon, which comes out to 15 milliliters. So I measure 15 milliliters on the scale. And then I go to town on that chicken and rice. And that is meal 3. Alright guys, so meal 4 now. I actually just got my Fire Stick fixed, so I can watch anything I want to watch now. Meal 4 is actually going to be another shake. 2 scoops of the Redcon 1 isotope, and 2 rice cakes. And on my high carb days, I have a banana, which is green. You gotta eat the green bananas because they taste better. But low carb day today means no banana. So just rice cakes, 2 of them, and 2 scoops of Redcon 1 isotope. And on to meal 5. It is ground beef. This is 93.7. I finally found it at Kroger. I'm going to be taking 200 grams of this stuff. Come over here. And I will be having 150 grams of red potatoes, which have salt on them. 150 today. On the high carb day, I have 200 grams, and I am going to be having this with it, which I just found today, and I used to use it. 0 calorie chili paste. I am not in any means a spicy fan, but this adds some flavor to it. It is 0 calories, and yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the potatoes and ground beef, and I usually save 1 diet drink. Coke Zero is what I have. Gonna have the Coke Zero with that. It's a pretty good meal for me. I enjoy it. And yeah, that's meal 5. And after this, I have 1 more meal. So. Alright, so on to the last meal. The 6th one, I have 7 ounces of liquid egg whites. Measure it out in my pan. Let's bring these bad boys here. We're gonna cook these, and then once I'm once these are getting cooked, I'm gonna take some spinach. We're gonna throw the spinach in the egg whites, scramble all that up, put it on a plate, and then I'm actually gonna be taking some more of the MCT oil, 1 tablespoon as a matter of fact, with some salt, toss it on the egg whites and the spinach, and go to town on that. And that is my last meal. And yeah, last meal, no carbs whatsoever. And that's it for the meals, 6 of them. And I would like to add, for those of you who have made it this far into this longer video, this is my meal plan, and my meal plan is not going to work for everybody. So for those of you who have experienced meal plans or have been on a personalized diet, you should know that what works for one person isn't going to work for everybody. And I am a male. I'm probably a different height and a different weight than you are, and I have a different career that you do. So that being said, I don't recommend you going and copying everything that I posted today and eating all of it and trying to lose weight, because in the end it's probably not going to work out too well for you. So that's all my meals. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next week.